Hello, welcome welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz and I'll be guiding you on this journey today. This is the reading for the 3-6 human design profile. If you don't know your human design profile, there is a link in the description below for you to get your human design body graph. One of the bits of information on there specific to your design will be your profile. Now, no matter where you are in your human design journey, if this is the first time you've ever heard of it, if you are well along in your experiment, I try my best to not use a ton of human design language so that the message doesn't get confused or lost. Really, my intention with these readings is just to have an additional avenue, an additional channel for a message. Because not every 3-6 is a Capricorn or an Aries, right? So highly recommend checking out your zodiac sign readings. But hopefully this will just give you a little bit more information or a little bit more insight into your sitch. And also, I woke up this morning to an email from YouTube that I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much if you are subscribed. If you are not, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button. I would love to see the channel continue to grow. Just very exciting thing to wake up to. So thank you so much. So this is a 3-card spread. First card is your current energy or what's currently surrounding you. Second card is the energy that's leaving or that is no longer serving you. And the third is the energy that is coming in or will be available to you. I don't take the jumpers for this spread, but we will clarify each card with an additional card. So this is a reading for our 3-6s, our martyr role models. Okay, feels good. All right, current energy is the Knight of Swords. What's leaving? The Justice card. Interesting. What's coming in? The King of Cups. And then to clarify the Knight of Swords, we have the 7 of Pentacles. To clarify the Justice card, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Interesting. And then to clarify the King of Cups, we have the 9 of Pentacles. How interesting is that? First of all, I have not had a reading where, I don't think anyway, where all of the clarifying cards were all one suit. Also, throughout this whole, let's see, you're probably number 22 out of like the 24 readings that I try to do in a month. These 2 cards, the 7 of Pentacles and the Justice card, have not come out in any readings using this deck yet. The Knight of Swords has come out a few times. The 6 and the 9 of Pentacles, Cancer, has come out a couple times. I think I've seen the King of Cups once too. Anyway, I don't know. That's just my brain. The whole like pattern recognition thing, I don't know. But we start with, well, let me just make sure. We start with a Knight of Swords. And you would think that I would like remember. I love what this book says about it. Opinions informed by experience. Allegiance to a way of thinking or acting, a learned response, subconscious programming, and swift reactions or responses. What's so interesting about that is that is very also like 7 of Pentacles. Ish type of energy. Like air is our mind. It's swords, right? So it's our mindset, our belief systems, how we communicate those things. That's also truth and honesty, but like divine objective truth. I also see swords as being the suit of ego, because that's generally where we hear our ego is in our minds. And our ego is created by the stories that we attach to experiences, to circumstances. And those stories become a habit, and that becomes our personality, our temperament. It becomes the filter that we consume stimuli through and kick out a story of our realities, right? It becomes the reasons why we do things and why we don't do other things. So it's interesting because with this being in the current, what is currently surrounding you, this to me would feel like observing your belief systems, observing your habits. What do you respond from? Right? Like, are you responding to things because that's just the way that you've always done it? But then it would be going deeper and being like, why have I always done it that way though? Like, where did this reaction or this habit come from? And the Seven of Pentacles in this book says opening to a new strategy, being at a crossroads, a decision to be made. As I reflect on my progress to date and see where I stand, I contemplate whether I want to continue singing the same song or change my tune. I am always free to go back to and reimagine what I might co-create. If what I manifested does not serve me as I thought it might, I don't have to be afraid to admit it is no longer for me. Whatever I choose to do, I am not afraid to start over. For I feel assured that Spirit will always support my highest good. Hell yes. Okay. And especially too, because like the Knight is like on the seniority level. It's like the Knight is driving your, well, of course it is because it's swords, right? So like there's something mentally that you are like really just sticking to. The Seven of Pentacles, it's like there's something in your body because, you know, Pentacles have to do with our body, like our physical body. It's practicality too, right? It's our money, it's our time, our energy, our physical health, all of the things, right? So there's this old way of doing things, and then there's this tug going on where it's like, actually, there's an opportunity to change something in your physical realm. There is an opportunity to say, you know what, this mindset, this belief system, the way that I'm perceiving this thing, the way that I'm reacting to this thing, it might have worked at one point. It might have made sense at one point, but it doesn't make sense anymore. And the energy is available here for you to tweak that. Over here we have the Justice card with the Six of Pentacles. So interesting. Justice is Libra. If that means anything to you, it doesn't have to, of course. But justice talks about fairness, the scales balancing. It is a bit of karma too. It's kind of like the whole getting what you deserve type of thing, good, bad. Otherwise, it just is, right? Because it's like the energy that you put out is energy that you are going to get back, which is also kind of interesting because the Six of Pentacles talks a little bit about that too. But, you know, the Justice card is cause and effect, right? It's like the butterfly effect. Like this thing happens, which affects this thing over here. And this is in the position of what is leaving. It's almost kind of like closure. It could be unexpected in some capacity. Like the Six of Pentacles is shared resources. It is support from other people in some capacity. Like I always like the Six of Pentacles for me is like there's no strings attached to it. Like both parties are benefiting from something, right? Like I usually kind of give an example of like volunteering. Like an organization has a need for volunteers, right? And a person has an abundance of time where, or they need to satisfy something, right? To where they would want to volunteer, or maybe they even have a passion for that organization. They see the vision and they volunteer their time. So both people are benefiting from that exchange. It could also be knowledge, like, somebody already has the information that you need, the understanding that you need, and they're willing to share that with you. So, they are able to serve others, you are able to benefit from that, right? It really kind of seems like you got what you were going to get out of whatever the situation is. It's also interesting how both of these cards are looking in this direction. Actually, all of them are. The King of Cups is looking at this fish, but the Nine of Pentacles is also looking in this direction. So this could be like a karmic cycle with other people. It could be a job, it could be an organization, it could be, if you have been receiving assistance from someone, from something. It's almost like the energy of that has been complete. Or like, the karma of the thing has been satisfied. That's really interesting. Because I keep feeling like I am on a hamster wheel, but like it's not moving really all that fast, but it's just like this cyclical thing happening. Right? But it was very karmic. I mean, it could have to do, of course, like if there was a lawsuit or if there was something involving a contract or court in some capacity, or, like an institution. The Six of Pentacles then would be unexpected help or information coming to you, or even like funds coming to you. And again, right, I mean, there would be no strings attached to that. So this would be complete. And over here we have the King of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So it's interesting because like over here, it involves other people, right? There could be a reliance on other people in some capacity. Over here is more reliance on yourself. It's being an authority in your life and independence, because the kings are the highest expression of the suit. Water has to do with our emotions, intuition, compassion, love, heart chakra. And also too, it's like really believing that you are capable, like really stepping into your own power is how that feels. Because again, right, like the king is the highest expression of the suit. So with the King of Cups, there would be emotional maturity, there would be emotional clarity. You would be better able to decipher, discern your feelings, even communicating your feelings. There's a high level of compassion for yourself and for others. Right? Like just emotional stability. I love that they're even like this little fish that's coming in here. It's like, it's like it's giving me the feeling of like stopping and smelling the roses. It's like appreciating the small things. Like you now, because emotionally maybe you've done a lot of healing, maybe you've unpacked a lot of baggage, whatever that is, wherever you are in that process. It's like now you're better able to perceive like small things as being beautiful, of like, being an act of love, right? Like even just this little fish swimming up to, of course, the King of Pentacles is like, maybe you look outside and there's a bird and you're like, that's the most beautiful bird I've ever seen, or, whatever, like just really appreciating things. And it's like, because you have more of a sense of security too, like within yourself, there's emotional confidence there, right? It's almost like appreciating the emotional response that you have to things, even if you're not emotionally defined. Like it doesn't really matter, the emotional solar plexus, like how that is defined or not for you, it doesn't really apply, but it occurred to me to like say that out loud. But there is just some sort of like emotional confidence, like I said there. And with the 9 of Pentacles, this is like self-reliance. 9s are also individual completion. Kings being the highest expression of the suit. So there's some sort of emotional authority going on here, separate from human design. And even if you are emotionally defined in human design, for those that are, there would be some level of like understanding how to work with that energy, the ebbs and flows, right? Like understanding the emotional wave, like riding it out, right? So yeah, both of these cards, there's like the emotional but also material stability happening between both of these cards. That over here, like maybe you were relying on other people to somehow like provide that for you, and it's like, again, the karma of the thing, the karma of that relationship, or even just this pattern of behavior or this pattern of perception, the karma of it has been satisfied. And over here, like the opportunity is available for you to really start relying on yourself and really even trusting yourself collectively, because, you know, kings oversee a kingdom, right? So it's like being confident within yourself, but also allowing other people to see that, and not using not gauging the way that you feel or how confident you are based on their reactions, or based on, you know, whatever they give you, whether that is just energy or time or resources in some capacity, right? It's like you see that within yourself, truly, which is like the biggest lesson in life anyway, right? Like we really do have everything that we need within ourselves. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.